My story of plantar fascia comes from using orthopedic insoles. So I really didn't know even what is plantar, and I didn't know what is plantar fascia and plantar fasciitis. And I never experienced much of pain under the foot. I met many people early my youth that they had pain under their feet and they were trying different shoes and insoles. I always had also knee pain. So I always suffered from knee pain, especially when I was doing some sport. But it was never under the foot. However, over the time and I started to age also, I lost the ability to do a sport with the legs and involving knees. So also I started having pain even while walking. There were different elements maybe because I was sitting so much, being involved with computer and studying and long hours of sitting. And later I was told that my muscles around the feet and knees were much weak and not as strong as enough. However, the solution that time in the early understanding of the problem from the orthopedic doctors was that I have flat feet, I have misalignment with the lengths of my legs, and I have osteoarthritis, which is the pain in the joints of the knee. And also, I was diagnosed with having joint pain in general in the whole body. I was not told what was the cause. I had exams, blood, and different screening. At the end, I was given insoles to use both in shoes, and also I was given special orthopedic sandals to use at home. I was told to use them all the time. So it took years and years, and these insoles were hard. And over time, I developed this chronic plantar fascia. I mean, it was developed, and so I'm not here to criticize the medicine, the conventional medicine, or the doctors. They did what they knew and what the whole way of practicing is. So there is no judgment about them and no criticism. So it's just about looking into the whole picture and seeing if someone goes through the same path, if there are other alternatives. And at some point, well, I was telling them that these insoles are really uncomfortable, but I was told if I use them, my feet will get used to them. So, and then I was told that I keep using them because if I stop using them and then start again, it loses the effect. So I was asked to keep them all the time. So over time, I used them, and they mainly gave actually insoles and not the whole shoes. And I was not advised which surfaces I should walk. I was not advised how to walk, in which posture I should be. I was given some advices to do exercise in general, just to exercise, or some doctors advised me to do physiotherapy. And so the whole story came from knees, and then it went to the feet. So it helped the knees. It's true, the insoles help the knees, even though the insoles are like casts, and they give structure to the foot. So it was not really comfortable even while doing things, but I was said that it is the price of the not having pain in the knee. At least I could walk and go around. However, over time, things became more difficult, and even though I was using some layer of softness on the insoles, it was not enough, and over time, it was developed to chronic plantar fasciitis. So, after having plantar fasciitis, I had a hard time to even walk normally. So I tried new insoles. I went to so many orthopedic doctors. I tried so many ideas. I read so many things, and probably I went through all the exercises that exist at the time on internet, and different doctors in different cities, and different tools, different official therapies like shockwave, nuclear medicine, laser, and infrared, also massage machines. Each of them may help a little, but I never really get a treatment that I say, yes, I really felt a change. And even physiotherapy didn't help much, like official physiotherapy, going to a physiotherapist. I remember one time I was there and I was given a tennis ball to push on, and that was the whole therapy session, and I was asked to do it at home. And I was not feeling, first, to do it, not motivation, and second, also discipline wise, I was doing it and I was not feeling much change. I was feeling heat in the under the feet, and also sort of dull pain that sometimes was much, sometimes was less. If I was walking or standing on hard surfaces, or at the same place, it was getting more and more. Then I had to really stop, sometimes for days. So I was stuck, in terms of walking and mobility, and it also affected my mood. I couldn't do the things like going around and doing any kind of sport. So I was feeling like more and more physically unfit. So that's why I really connect to people who suffer from plantar, because if you're not able to walk comfortably, if you're not able to stand comfortably, if you're not able to run and dance, how your body is actually moving. And this also affects the cardiovascular, because much of the cardiovascular and oxygenation of the body goes through the process of walking and moving on feet. So I had to do something about this after maybe 2 years of trying doctors and different official therapies. The challenge with doctors is that you meet them for probably 1 minute maximum, and maybe they do some tests of MRI or manual testing, and then that's it. They don't go through the pain, and they don't go through the procedure of treatment with us. So we are going alone through this path. So that's why I feel it's very important to have a sharing and community exchange of people who are involved with this chronic illness, and also to help others who don't have knowledge, access to information, or they have other limitations and disabilities who cannot go and find information. Sometimes they are very old, or they are in places far away, or they are not able to know the languages that the resources are available. They are far from infrastructure. So this is a way of sharing and giving back and getting involved. And also uh, about shoes, I also tried so many different shoes. All this variety of shoes that are talked about, like very expensive ones, more than $100 and euros, and also different technologies, engineering, different scanning of shoes and insoles. Some of them with sensors under the feet, some of them scanning the how I walk. And I spent money because of the pain I had. I never wanted to spend money uh, for getting the shoes, but the pain was so much, and the limitation of activity and life, and also the psychology of me that was affected. I was getting more into depression because no one could really understand me. No one could understand around me how it feels, and people are just saying, just walk. And it's the kind of pain that apparently there is not much diagnosis about this. So if someone has a broken leg or broken hand, it's visible on the X-ray or the screening. But if there is a plantar fasciitis, then it's just about, oh, you have pain. Okay, we don't see anything, but because you have pain, okay, this is plantar fasciitis. So sometimes they push, sometimes they listen to your symptoms, and then you are actually the one who feel the pain and the one that is going through the journey. So yeah, plantar fasciitis is an invisible chronic condition. And talking about illness may be not very nice, so we should focus on solutions. Now that we know how it is, what it is, then we only put our focus and the majority of our energy toward how we can heal it, how we can bring back as much as possible the ability to be able to walk, run, and do all the things that we really deeply wish to and experience. And that's the way to go higher and uplift ourselves.